The details were so gory that I hadn't heard about it before in any of the rape cases that I covered from the hospital side or otherwise also. It hadn't happened before. Such brutality wasn't seen before. They're very simple people. I mean, they were not even sure what happened to the girl except for the fact that she'd been raped. Because they didn't get to meet her too much. She was in the ICU, obviously isolated, so nobody was allowed inside. The mother was briefly, for a few seconds, she was allowed in, and then she would be asked to leave the place because they suspected that she might contract infection, which wouldn't have been good for her. So obviously nobody knew in the family what exactly was wrong, but they knew that the only thing they knew they were so innocent and simple people, they knew that she's in safe hands. So the doctors are doing their best, the government is trying. So obviously the girl will come back home, she'll be fit and fine and she'll come back home. Till the last day, in fact, when she had a heart attack, that was a time when probably they realized that something was wrong because the girl wasn't talking anymore, she wasn't in fact moving also. That is the time when they realized that there was something more serious to their sister, to the girl obviously. But before that they weren't very alarmed and they were behaving very coolly, very normally, that she's going to come back home fit and fine, just a matter of few days. I think we got more rape cases reported after her death. So even small girls, where there were 5-year-olds with candlesticks inside the vagina, and there were other girls, I mean, gang rapes, 8 years old, 10-year-old. So I don't think really it has changed anything. All I can say is the people have become more aware, so the cases are being reported more. So mothers whose daughters would get raped earlier would hush it up under the carpet. Now they're not doing it anymore. They're reporting it to the police, even if it means going against the father or the family who may not want the case to come out. But still people are now coming out and reporting it. That's a good thing actually. And people are getting arrested also. So that's a positive change, I would say. All laws are very strong, but they need to be implemented strongly. If a law is not being implemented, if it's not getting implemented, the end result, it doesn't make whether we have a law on paper, it should be there. I mean, if there are criminals, they should get arrested, then it will still make sense. We need to set example by arresting people and by punishing them. I mean, just letting them go and not lodging an FIR and not being helpful to the family who anyway is undergoing so much trauma, that is something that needs to get changed. If that goes, then the law is perfect.